First thing we're going to start off with is stretching the feet. I like to just sit on the tops of my feet just for however long. If you're not used to this, it doesn't take very long to become uncomfortable. It's very important to stretch out the feet. The feet are the base of your support. If we have tight feet, we have a tight support and therefore a very unstable support. So just sit in this position, usually for a minute. You can use this time to focus on your breathing. You can also use this time to set an intention for the day. What would you like this day to yield? How would you like to move through this day? Be present, be grounded, and move from a place of love. Right, once that's too painful, then I always go onto the back. It's nice to just stretch out your body after a long night of sleep. Just grabbing your knees. This is such a simple stretch, yet a very profound effect on the body. I like to rock left to right because this starts to massage the kidneys. Kidneys are very, very important. They are like the pilot lights of the body. When you're moving through any of these movements, whatever feels extra tight or stuck, spend just a bit more time on that area. I will be moving through all of them, but when you are doing them, spend more time on them. I'll now extend one leg and keep the other leg in. I'm pulling this leg a little bit off to the side of the body, therefore to get an even deeper stretch. And I'm also not letting my head roll backwards. I'm tucking my chin towards my chest, which lengthens the back of my head. So as I tuck and I pull here, I breathe in. And as I breathe out, I pull a bit more. Now we do 10 circles with the foot, one way. Again, if you're feeling extra, do a bit more. Then we go the other way. Try to really make them big circles. Open the toes, open the foot up. And then we're going to point and flex 10 times. Keep pulling this knee in and start working with your breathing. The more you can work with your breathing when it comes to movement, the better. We're going to switch sides, other leg down. Again, a little bit off to the side. Tuck the chin towards the chest, lengthen the back of the neck. We're going to do 10 circles again. Keep pulling on the knee. Remember to breathe into the belly. 10 circles the other way. And then point and flex. These kind of movements should be done every single day. You need to move your body. You need to move all facets of your body every day. And then one last little squeeze and rock. Now we're going to place the feet. Now a lot of people don't understand how to correctly contract the core. If you place one finger, I'll do it this way, near your pelvis, and one finger at the top of your ribs, you want to contract the core so those hands start moving closer together. So as I do this and contract my core, the lower back will press down. So if I extend, so I'm making an arch and then contracting. And then from that position, the pelvis will rock, will tilt upwards, tilt forwards. And then from there, tilt forwards and pressing through the heels and up into a bridge. The reason you want to press on the heels is because it switches on the glutes. If If you press on the toes, it's more the hamstrings. Glutes, hamstrings. And we go down. And when you come down, again, open up. So you're creating that arch underneath. So the ribs are, the core is opening, flattening, opening. This is your inhale, because as you expand, you want to inhale. As you contract, you want to exhale. So we arch the back, open, breathe in, contract, start breathing out, start pressing on the heels and up. Very important to understand this movement if you want to understand how all of this works. So now we start to move a bit quicker. Inhale, exhale. And just do as many of those as you need. At the top, it's nice to push your knees out a bit. So you start to work into those glutes a bit more. And you can even just hold it for a while. It's very important to switch on your posterior chain every single day. Because of our modern lifestyle, it gets switched off a lot. The more you can contract, the more mind-muscle connection you start to create, the easier it is to train, because that's really all it is. Now from here, we're going to go into one of my favorite movements. So as you contract ribs, lower back, hips, glutes, heels, you're also going to reach with one arm. So you push up and reach. It's the best movement first thing in the morning. You're doing the opposite movement of everything you've been doing the whole night. And you're reaching. Don't forget to push those hips up. Very good. Again, you can keep doing it if it feels nice. Once you've done a few of those, you can rock your body up. And then we're going to come over into tabletop. Just teleport this side so you can see better. So from here, I want your knees under your hips and your hands under your shoulders. Most people go a little bit too close. So open up and then spread your fingers wide. Make sure your middle finger is facing forward. And all you're going to do, we're going to focus on tilting the pelvis only. So imagine tilting your bum towards the ground. Keep your upper back still. And now you're tilting your bum towards the ceiling. It's very important to have pelvic control. So it's the same movement we were doing in the bridge. The ribs, the core is open, contracting, bringing these 2 points closer together, and therefore rounding the lower back. So opposite and down. And we'll just do 10 like this. You can again move it with your breath. Very nice. Now from here, we're going to do the whole spine. So if you've done yoga, we're going into the cat. So again, arch the back, lift the head up, open the shoulders and the arms, looking up, inhale, and then rounding the back, exhale. And pushing on your hands, trying to push your back towards the ceiling. And the other way, inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to do the whole spine. So keep the upper back still. And we're going to curl the tailbone down to the ground. And you're trying to move vertebra by vertebra. So lastly, the head moves. And then the opposite way, keep the upper body still, but start curling the tailbone. And then lastly, the head comes up. And the same the other way, it's curling the tailbone, head goes down. And you just keep trying to have as much control through each vertebra as you can. Once you've done that for a while, then I like to just look over at the feet. You can put the feet flat. This starts to move the whole spine. This is a really nice movement for the spine. Okay, now we're going into the upper back. What you're going to do, make sure you keep your hands, your arms straight, and you're just going to drop your chest towards the floor. And then you're going to push your chest through and your upper back towards the ceiling. So you're trying to fall through your arms. Try to keep your arms straight. If your arms start to bend, you're not doing it properly. So keep your arms straight. In the beginning, the movement might be quite small, which is very normal. But this is where you want to work on every day. Get this motion nice and deep. And we're just going to do 10 circles. Again, keeping the arms straight. And now, this one's a little tricky, so if you don't get it, it's okay, but it's something to practice on. So one shoulder, I'm going to say which one so you can also hear the command. Let's move the right shoulder forward, the left shoulder down. We're going to drop our chest towards the ground like the first movement, and then move the right shoulder down, the left shoulder forward, and then push our chest through towards the ceiling. And then right shoulder forward, left shoulder down, drop through, right down, left up, push through. Right up, left down, drop through, right down, left up, push through. And you start to make this wavy motion through the scapula and the whole spine. I love this exercise. I do it every single day for good scapular control. Once you've done a few like that, we go the other way. So left up, right down, drop through, right up, left down, push through, right down, left up, drop through, right up, left down, push through. And we do a bunch that way. Once you've done all of that, I like to bring the leg out to the side. I'll do it this way so you can see. So the foot is facing forwards. Go into the hands and knees, and you're going to rock back onto that foot. A lot of you might be super tight here, might not go very far back. That's okay. You want your foot in line with your knee, and then you're just rocking back. Once you've done 10 like that, you can drop the hand down and reach the same arm over, getting this nice long stretch from the foot to the hand. You can drop your head to look down, or you can lift your head to look up. And then you're going to roll over the other side, stretching the other side a little bit. Of course, the further down, the bigger the stretch. Come out of that, we'll do the other side. Boom. Hands forward, foot in line with knee, and rock back. See, on this side for me, it's a bit tighter, so I would spend just a little bit longer going into this side, making sure nice and loose. Once you've done 10, drop the hand, go over. You can look up, you can look down. Just give a good stretch. And then rotate the other side. Okay, next we come into a half lunge. From here, we want to squeeze the glutes. Squeezing the glutes, and you're going to push forward. Should feel stretchy on your hip flexor. And you can just stay here, you can come back, squeeze the glutes, move forward. You can rock in and out of it very gently. Or you can just hold it and breathe. From here you can take the leg that's back, take that arm and reach over the side, get a bit of a stretch. I like to also bring my hands to my chest, turn my chest towards the front knee, and then open up. So I'll show you this side. So turn and open. Bring your hands back, turn, open your hands. Start to stretch into the whole body. Whole upper back. This rotational movement for a lot of people is really difficult. Very stiff upper backs. So it's so good to start to move in all different ways with the body, especially in the morning. Once you've done a few rocks and you're starting to feel a bit loose, I like to bring my hands to the inside. You can walk your front foot forward and just stretch into the hips. You don't want your knee to drop too out just yet. So you want to push through your big toe, and that'll bring the knee in towards the body. And then you think of pushing your hips and your lower back down to the floor, keeping your neck neutral, not overextending up or looking too down. You're keeping it in a neutral position, almost looking to the top of your mat. You can squeeze your glutes and push your hips down a bit more. Now, once you've done that, you're going to do the same on this side, pushing, opening, and then come down to the center. Walk your foot a bit forward is quite nice. Find the position that works for you. You can also reach back and forward a bit, getting your hips used to that position. Whew. See, this side is much tighter than the other side, so I would spend much longer in this side until I feel the muscles relax. Then I know I'm ready. It's very normal for one side to be tighter than the other, because our fascia is not symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. From here we're going to go into the 90-90 stretch. So what you're going to do is bring one foot, and it's going to be parallel to the top of your mat, or just facing forward, and the other leg is going to be parallel to the side of the mat. So it's got a 90-degree and a 90-degree. And then you're going to bring one hand to the knee, one hand by the foot, and you're going to try to make yourself as tall as you can and start to move forward as much as you can. This is a bit of sciatica, a bit of the hips, a bit of everything. So you're moving in and out. You don't want to be crumpling. You want to keep your spine nice and tall. If you crumple down, you're not actually hitting the stretch. So make sure you're elongating through the spine, breathing, and then folding forward, not rounding forward. So I like to move in and out of a stretch. No bouncing, just gently moving in and out, warming up into the hips. And if you want an extra ingredient, once you're down, you can try to lift the back foot and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. I skipped 8. So from here, you can try another nice movement. You're going to bring this leg around like this. So you're going to keep your base strong, and you can use this hand for support in the beginning, and you're going to bring your leg around like that. In the beginning, you might need to use your hands, but eventually you want to get to no hands. Because now we're starting to work through the hips and all of that motion. Nice. Now we'll do on the other side. So again, parallel with the top, parallel with the side, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Keep yourself nice and tall and just fold forward. Remember to breathe. When you exhale, your body relaxes. When you inhale, your body tenses up. Your heart rate also goes faster on the inhale because there's less room for your heart when you breathe in. So as you breathe out, there's more space for your heart relaxes. So exhaling is the relaxation. Whenever you're moving into a stretch, it's better to move into it on an exhale. Nice. When you're feeling ready, same movement. Lift the back foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep your body nice and tall. 7, 8, 9, 10. If you feel a lot of pinching in the hips, just go to where it feels comfortable and work there. Once you're ready, you can also bring the foot round and down and down. And there you have it. Now we'll just come to the center, grab onto your feet, keep your spine nice and tall, and we're going to do 10, we call them turtles I think, where you keep your spine tall and you're going to roll your head down and inhale up. Roll your head down, roll your spine, exhale, inhale up. And then we're just going to hold, bringing your elbows over your shins, bringing your head down. Just going to stay here for 10 seconds. Nice. And then come up. And that should be a nice little movement just to get you ready for your day. Namaste.